Hey everybody, what's going on? Sunday, 19th of April. Yesterday was Record Store Day. Oh, by the way, I'm Craig, Spirit of Vinyl. So yesterday was Record Store Day, and I got down there about 45 minutes after they opened, and there was still probably 50 or 60 people in line. And by the time I got up to the door, because they would let people in as people were going out, it took about 40 minutes of waiting in line, and I figured I'm not going to find what I'm looking for. And by the time I got in the door, there was probably another 50 or 60 people behind me. So, pretty good turnout for a little town of Clarksville, Tennessee, for our little record store. But I didn't think I'd find what I was looking for. And luckily enough, I did. So, I thought I'd show that and some other stuff that we picked up. I was with my son, and I was looking for like the Bruce Kulick album and the Megadeth album. And I was going to look at the Kiss one and he was looking for the Take a Look Through the Window, which is the Slipknot side project thing. So when we got in there, that one was gone, but I was able to get this Bruce Kulick Transformer. I haven't opened any of these yet, so I'm just when I get done with this, it's time to open and clean everything. So this one says side A is purple and side B is orange. I've never had a record like that before, so I'll be interested to see how that looks and sounds. So, former guitarist for Kiss, so, I had to pick that up. And then I did get Hidden Treasures from Megadeth, first time on vinyl. This was a Record Store Day first, so if you didn't get it, I'm assuming they're going to press it again because it wasn't a Record Store Day exclusive. But I'm really glad to have this. Out of all the Megadeth records, this one had never been released on vinyl. And so I have this, and now my collection is almost complete. I'm almost complete with Megadeth. The only thing I need to do is find Risk, and that's only been done on vinyl as unofficial. So, but I'm very glad to have those two. And then while I was there, I picked up the newest Exodus album, Goliath. It's on Napalm Records. It says it's on red vinyl, so just had to pick it up. Exodus, thrash, good stuff there. And then I saw this. I got me a copy of In Through the Outdoor. This finishes my Led Zeppelin. Gives me everything I had. I've been looking for this for a while, finding it with the brown wrapper. And I pulled it out, and I'm not sure what version number this is, but that's the cover I have with it. So, yeah. So I'm pretty glad to have that for, it was $24. Not too bad. And then my son bought a bunch of stuff. That's all I picked up for myself for Record Store. I got the 2 Record Store Day things, and I got 2 others. And then my son was with me, and he picked up, this is a Static X Cannibal. This was released the same day the Lamb of God album. It's over my shoulder here. Was released on the same day, but he did not get it in, so he ordered it for me and had it behind the counter. My son bought it. He picked it up. This is the first LP reissue, remaster for vinyl. So yeah, it's got Cannibal and Destroyer on it. So yeah, first Static X album. So good stuff there. Add some more of that. And then my son, Cannibal Corpse Kill. He loves him some Cannibal Corpse. Green Slime vinyl. 2006 original is when it came out. I'm not sure what pressing this is. Like I said, I have not opened them or entered them into Discogs yet. And then he got the Death Clock album, the Death album by Death Clock. It says it's new. Yeah, it's never been opened. Looks like it's a double. I'm aware of this band. I'm aware of Metalocalypse, which is an Adult Swim TV show, and this is the fictional band. And I don't know much about it and who's like in the band or who the creators are, but I've heard some of this is kind of cool. So, and then he picked up this here, Public Enemy, Yo Bum Rush the Show. All the hip hop in my collection. Besides, I have the Chronic and Doggy Style, and all the rest of the hip hop in this collection is my son's. So he loves new metal and he loves hip hop. So what are you gonna do, right? So Public Enemy, Yo Bum Rush the Show. He picked that up, and then he picked this up. Sex Packets by the Digital Underground. 35th anniversary edition, remastered, featuring the Humpty Dance. So, apparently it's got a book and stuff in it. And it says, includes a special edition 3D album jacket, 2 LP, 180 gram, light blue and black splatter, a photo book, and 3 bonus tracks. So, this seems pretty hefty. So, he saw this, like, we walked in the door, and it was, the hip-hop section kind of faces the door, and he saw this sticking out from here up. He's like, oh man, I know what I'm buying, before he even walked in the door. So, and he was looking for the Slipknot record, I think it's called Look Through the Window or something like that. It's not a Slipknot album, it's a side project. They were out of that. I did see the Kiss record there. They put out $40 for 4 songs that I already have on multiple albums. I think I'll pass. So, you know, even as big of a Kiss fan as I am, I wasn't going to go for that. So, anyway, that's what we did yesterday. I feel really good that I got that Megadeth album. I'm pretty happy about the Bruce Kulick. So, for the Record Store Day stuff. Plus, you know, that Led Zeppelin and Exodus album, that's going to be killer too. So, and what my son picked up will be fun to listen to also. It's, you know, for me, it's the Static X album. That's, you know, and I'll listen to the Cannibal Corpse. And I'll listen to the Digital Underground and Public Enemy, but it's not something I'm going to go to very often. So, anyway, that's pretty much it. That's what we did. That's my Record Store Day adventure in Clarksville, Tennessee. So, thank you much. I really appreciate it. You guys all have a great day. We'll talk to you later.